Well, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Jason here, Signature Sports, and a pleasure it is to have you here live at Charge. Little playoff racing here for Chop Shop Racing Series, brought to you by my3-sons.com. My Three Sons giving you all the action today. Homestead, Miami Speedway, the track, the legendary track. One of my favorite tracks when it comes to playoff racing. I think there's the iconic three. You've got Homestead, you've got Atlanta, and then now you have Phoenix. But I would rather see Homestead and Atlanta over Phoenix. That had my opinion. But this isn't the playoff race. This isn't the championship. This is the race before the championship, where the round of 8 is about to be set. We have quite a few drivers in the hunt, in the mix, and a lot of the drivers ready to rock and roll. Good to see everybody out there. We're live streaming on Facebook, YouTube, and Kick. You haven't joined us yet. If you are used to me being on Twitch and you're watching on one of the other platforms, then make sure you go to kick.com/Signature Esports. Make sure you check that out. There are links in the description on Facebook and YouTube to be able to check that out. So I'd appreciate it if you did, and go give us a follow. Thank you to Elite. Mentioned you yesterday. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you for the follow on, not only on Kick, but also on YouTube. Much love for the subscribe. Mike, thank you for the like. I appreciate you. Thank you to everybody out there for sharing it out there as well. Make sure the chats are lively. I want to make sure that you can tune in, see what the driver's going to be doing. It's going to be hot. It's going to be fresh. And it's going to be Homestead. Race information for the drivers today as we get ready to get set. It is going to be a 1.48 mile length track. 135 laps for the drivers. Stage is going to be set at 30, 60, and 135. That is a big number because, well, let's just face it. These drivers are not going to be stopping for stages. They're going to come. They're going to take their pit stops. If they can keep it together out of turn 4. That is probably the most dangerous turn. Not only when it comes to making the turn, but also getting yourself onto pit road. Pit road entrance here. Hugely difficult to achieve. Track temperature right now 134 degrees Fahrenheit. That is spicy, and I think it might cool down between now and the time that the race gets rolling. But it is definitely it's going to be challenging. It can be challenging if it stays up there because the tires take a couple of laps for them to heat up, and once they do, then that's when you start seeing the difference in the race line. Now, when it comes to the points, we're going to go over those in just a moment. Partly cloudy skies, 90 degrees on the air temperature. Humidity is set really high, so we might see some fog a little later on in the race. Won't know just yet until that sets, but we can run the nighttime here at Homestead. So don't count that one out. Speaking of points, championship points, we'll show those up on your screen right now. For the drivers, Nathan Lowell has secured his way to the championship for on points. Jason Day as well secured his win last week and is ready to rock and roll. He's going to go to the championship for. So basically, we have Nathan Biggert, Cam Dario, Michael Strickland, Caffrey, Odell, Roberts. Those drivers are all bidding themselves. Grab your BL Wolf, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you very much. I'm telling you, it's going to be interesting to see who's going to be able to do this. If Chris Roberts can do what he did last week in the Xfinity Series, we might see Chris Roberts sneak out a win here. Any one of these drivers can battle for that. And Roberts, not only can Roberts do it, but also, I mean, you've got not Jason Day, Michael Strickland needs 8 position points between he and Cam Dario. A tie for Cam Dario and Nathan Biggert on points. So those two are going to be bidding for any position. So it's going to kind of change all day. It's going to be interesting to see who's going to be able to do that. Here's the Best of the Rest Championship working out for you as John Hammond goes to work. Let me refresh that for you, folks. Do apologize about the old overlay doing its thing. Kind of very weirdly. Let's go to the main screen. We'll check it out over here, see what's happening. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see. Let's go racing. Boy, hello weather. You are showing up very largely. Love it. We'll get it all fixed. Either way, that's the way it's gonna work. That's the way it's gonna end. That's the way the cookie crumbles, and that's kind of how things are gonna happen. So, if you haven't checked us out, make sure that you do so. Facebook, Twitch, or Facebook, Kick, and YouTube. I've still got to get used to seeing that. So, or saying it the correct way. But I tell you what, I'm excited. Hopefully you are as well. Dun, 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 dun. Fixing some things on my end there, folks, so the overlay works correctly. At least I want to make sure that it works correctly. We're gonna close down SDK. We're gonna redo it again. Let's go. Chop Racing, says Joseph G out there. Folks, if you haven't done so, reach up, hit the like button. It's a free way to support, free way to make sure that everybody's good to go. And again, you know, you're gonna see some things that go in and out of the racing surface, the racing track, things like that do happen. You know, is the way it is. I wonder if. Well, thank you for becoming a subscriber out there on the old YouTube platform. I appreciate you. Let's do ourselves some justice, folks. I'm going to throw you on the starting student screen real quick. I'm going to reset the session for me, and I'll be right back. I'm going to keep talking to you though, so keep rolling with that. It's going to be a good race. It's going to be a ton of fun to watch what these guys can do. Part of the way the platform works with Chop Shop is that they've made quite a few different adjustments throughout the seasons, throughout what these folks have been able to do. And one of the best ways to describe what they've been doing is that they've been expanding their series from just one series when they started with me to a couple of more. They went through 3 seasons with me, 3 series this time with me, and then they went and made more series. They've got a Gen 4 series. They've got a road series that's on Wednesday. So if you're interested in those kinds of series or that kind of racing, I encourage you to get out there. Go to there's a link in the description for the Chop Shop Discord. You can find their Facebook group out there as well. Chop Shop Iracing on the Facebook groups. Get involved with them. They're going to be able to take care of you. They're going to be able to make sure that you're ready to go. They have some great sponsors as well. Admin Boxx is one of those. Track Racer, giving you redefining your gaming at Track Racer. There's much love with those guys over there. Track Racer's doing a phenomenal job of keeping everybody together. Yeah, let's take a look. Let's see what we're going to be doing here, because I want to make sure SDK is going to be loading in the way that it's supposed to. So bear in mind, bear with me. Even if I have to open up a new overlay, I will. Yeah, appreciate y'all. Y'all are amazing. Let's do this. We're going to delete that. We're going to do this. We're going to browser source. We're going to open this one up. Bear with me, folks. Sometimes SDK gives me a few fits. And here lately, it's been giving me a fit every week. So, you know. It is what it is. There it is. All right. That's ready to go. That's ready to go. Let's open this up. And there it is. Dudley, give us a like. Thank you, Robert. Good luck in your race today, sir. Appreciate you very much. So that's the points. Best of the Rest Championship coming up for you as well. I do want to take a look at that real quick. And I can do that. Actually, we can do that here in a moment. I'll just pull up the actual points. It's going to be a good race. I like this race. I like this racetrack. I like this league. Next Gen Cup Series, a bunch of drivers, whole different storyline going today. And you know that they're ready to go. I'm ready to go. Hopefully you're ready to go. It's going to be a great race. Starting grid's going to be Michael Caffrey. He's going to have Michael Strickland there to his outside. So Caffrey and Strickland. Oh, wait, hold on. Hold the phone. That's your overall. Yeah, that's your starting grid. Nice job, Caffrey, getting the old pole today. Strickland's going to be your outside pole setter. Jason Day, Nathan Lewell make it road number 2. Robert Dudley, Colby Hartog going to make it road number 3. Nathan Biggert will have Brian Rayburn there with him. Cam Dario, John Hammond will make up row number 5. Row 6 will be Mark Retchen and Isaac Balsamo. Row 7 down the starting grid should be John Ross. I'm sorry, Philip Caffrey and Joseph Hall. There's John Ross and Jeremiah Burke. Going to make up row 8. Mark Odell, Leroy in the 42. Good Leroy. Leroy's the elder of that family, so you're going to see a lot of them in the truck series. Stefan Salas is going to be there in 19. So 19 drivers today. A little bigger field than what they've had here as of late. But I tell you what, it's going to be a good race. It's going to be a ton of fun. I'm going to be enjoying this. And thank you to Caffrey for my logo on the top of his car. He's an absolute gem of a human being. He's also from Perth, Australia. We are represented by 4 different countries today. 2 Australians, 2 Canadians, actually a Canadian. I think we're missing a Canadian today. Mr. Roberge, that out there. And then Nathan Lewis from France, and the rest of us from the rest of these fine folks from right here in the United States. There is Mr. Michael Caffrey. He's a legend. Just gonna say. One of the best. Yeah. Drivers are ready to go. I'm ready to go. Let's take a little flyby around the racetrack here, courtesy of each and every one of you. I set up the drone cam last week, so we're gonna do just that as well. So thank you to, I can't remember who was it that made me. Maybe look at this and think of it as an option, but I did. Start finish line is right there. Here's a pit road exit. You're gonna see pit road exit have the actual offset pit road here. Progressive banking means you're gonna see cars in a whole lot of different race lines, and 1 to 2 are going to be the ones that set up your back straightaway. Back straightaway is very bumpy as we go high above the stands here. You see all of the cars down there pacing around. 3 and 4 is going to be progressive on the inside as well. Turn 4 is usually a little bit bumpier on exit as you see the drivers work back around to 3 and 4 over there. Where the progressive banking ends is right there where the lip of pit road entrance is, and as we come back around for the green flag, these drivers are going to be very difficult to try to keep it green. So they're going to pace around one more time. Actually, I take that back. Pace car's in. We're going. Green flag. $135 is the amount we're running. NASCAR Cup Series here for the Chop Shop Racing Series. Again, brought to you by my3sons.com. my3-sons.com. You can check out the information in the description. I encourage you to do so as we get rolling. Caffrey out front. Strickland's going to be in second. Nathan Lewis back here. He's going to be the contender. He has got the most wins of the series thus far. We're going to see some wall taps. We're going to see some drivers running the high side. It's one of the most aggressive lines you could run, but I tell you what, you can get huge runs off the straightaways. Literally to the inside of the 88 as now the 88 digs into the corner. 7, a little bump and run there. 3 wide. Coming up right here, Colby Hartog to the inside, or to the outside of the 19 will be the inside of the 7 as they're going to, almost a little touch and go situation. Bigger wants that win, wants to make sure that he has the points here, and Colby just looking for more experience here with the Cup Series as he tries to, make a name for himself here in the Chop Shop Racing Series. Caffrey off of the race line. He's going to be back to third, now fourth, as Nathan Lewis takes the inside. Dudley's going to be out front. Going to get himself the best of the rest championship. Grijalva is going to be your race controller today. Good to see Mr. Grijalva up there having some fun. Fast lap, 34.16 so far for Mr. Dudley. 18 drivers on the lead lap. John Hammond back here. It's just going to soak up some pace. Take his time. Jason Day doesn't have to worry about much here. You know why? Well, actually, I think he's got some nose damage. Let's take a look. Yeah, left front's a little crinkled. Does look as such. Here's a little gyro cam action as they get into the corner. Don't really have to push too hard with the car early on. Tires are going to be able to carry around the track for the most part. Again, we talked about stages earlier. Stages are going to end not so abruptly, but it'll be a ton of fun to see who's going to be trying to go for stage points, especially when it comes to where these drivers are going to be needing the points. The stage points are going to matter this race. Next week with the championship race, the final 4 drivers, it's all about finishing position. including the Best of the Rest Championship. That's going to be the same thing. Speaking of the Best of the Rest, I'm going to save this image real quick so we can pull it up in just a moment. Working on it. I want to make sure that it looks as clean as all get up. Apologize about a little bit of the issues that we had a moment ago, but hey, you know what? Wouldn't be a stream if you didn't have any kind of issues. Here's your points for the Best of the Rest Championship. John Hammond's going to be leading that field right now, almost a sure in to the next round. Culver's going to be second. Robert Church, Stephen Salas, third and fourth. Jeremiah Burke up in the mix here. If Jeremiah gets a great finish here, because he's in eighth right now, he might actually be able to take over those points. Stephen back in 16th. We'll see how this is going to work for him, especially when it comes to stage points. This will matter as well. Ed Perry, not in today's race. Brian Rayburn is in today's race, so we'll see what he's going to be able to do from the 11th spot. Brad Dove, not into today's race. So a couple of drivers still out there trying to defend, try to find some extra race pace, and try to make sure that they're doing exactly what they need to do. Dudley, Stryker side by side as Caffrey goes to the inside. Slider coming up for the 88 as the 49 digs down to the outside. Going to go right back at it and move that race line up. 49's going to have the 77 side drafting. And this is where you can feel like a hero on this racetrack. You have to kind of remember that Homestead makes you feel like you can drive any line on this racetrack because it's progressive bank. You can run the outside, you can run the inside. But I tell you what, drivers who are used to the mile and a half lanes down the back straightaway, Nathan DeLuel, he's just going to take his time. Nathan Biggert, the 19. He's already there. This is not a race for Nathan DeLuel. He can just kind of determine who he's going to be racing against if he tries to take the win here. 1.4 second difference here from that 5 spot. As right now, Cam Dario needs those points, and as it would stand, Stryker leading. If he takes the stage win and leads the most laps here, he's going to gain some points on Cam Dario, and that's a big deal. Same with Michael Caffrey. Caffrey needs a win here as well. So Strickland can point his way in. Cam Dario needs a solid race to be able to hold on to that 4th spot. Nathan Biggert right there. Virtual tie between 3 drivers, except for one has a win. That's Jason Day. John Hammond closing back down to the distance, 12.3. He was off just a little bit early. I believe leaving from pit road, he's going to be just fine. Stephen Salas here to 31 spot, rolling the corner. Leroy in the 42, up 3 already as well. Biggest mover of the race is going to be Jeremiah Burke at 8 as they continue to progress forward. Chop Shop Racing Series again as Xfinity Series Championship tomorrow afternoon at 4 p.m. Eastern. Tune into that. And that will be my final Saturday stream for kind of the foreseeable future, unless I decide I'm going to stream or game or take some one-offs here and there when it comes to the iRacing platform. So we're going to be focused on everything else gaming outside of Tuesdays. Tuesdays will be a night for iRacing streams. It's going to be that's the only other night I'm committed to, and that'll be the Chop Shop Truck Series. 73 gets into the 19. Big check up there. As a great save by the 19. Oh, man, 73 of that's Jeremiah Burke here. Trying to contend for his Best of the Rest championship berth. And almost gets into the 19, but the 19's able to save. There's the 99 of John Ross here. Strength of field here, just about the 2,000 mark. 33.41 for Michael Strickland. That's going to be his I rating. Caffrey's got a 17.06 in tow. Second lane running for him now. Colby Harton 37.15. The elder to everybody but Jason Day with a 39.06. I rating huge. A lot of A-class drivers. Isaac Balsamo working on his rookie license. Woo, down to the bottom. It's going to be good. Gets collected. Turn 4. Starting to affect some of the drivers here. That is what I was talking about earlier. Stephen Salas, the B-class driver. 868 on the I rating. Mark Retchin here. I believe Mark lost his, I don't know if he lost his A license or if he's just always been a B license. I can't remember. I thought it was an A-class driver, but he's an 1822 on the I rating. He's doing pretty decent, working his way up to 2,000. He is holding on solidly like his new paint scheme. That's a pretty darn fantastic dig on that race car. Here's the inside lane here as he shifts. You can hear a lot of shifting. 5 gears for these cars, and that's exactly where we're at right now. I'm going to leave it to them as they go around. Ooh, tires below the apron right there. Not a great look. To get yourself rolling. There he goes. That was a great save. Great racing. KPTV. There's Mr. Pointer. Pointer's Motors. Hey, how's your league going? I saw that you got a league going there, brother. How was your league going? KPTV 75. Right on, Kelly. I appreciate you, man. Strickland out front, 16 of 135. Again, stages 30 and 60 at the end of stage 30. They're not going to throw the old caution flag for that. They're going to be able to make some things happen. Strickland, Caffrey, Hartung, Dudley, Alul, ready to rock and roll. Alul 4.4 back. I think Nathan's he's on save mode. Does not need to finish last here. It would definitely hurt some of the points. He's been doing pretty darn fantastic in the series. Nathan Alul has 6 wins and has really started to show some good signs of reprieve. Playoff points for John Hammond, only 1. But Nathan Alul has been able to really watch his P's and Q's throughout this latter portion of this race, and not just this race, but this session, this season, and secured about 30 playoff points. Biggert, who is the 19, who had probably the best save of the playoffs so far, has going to start running the outside here. Get himself about 16 extra playoff points. 9 for Jason Day. Cam Dario 6 extra playoff points, and Cam is closing down the distance now to the 19. Jeremiah Burke at the 73 and 9th. Recollects himself as well. Cam to the bottom side. Little wall tap for a driver or two. I do hear it. And again, apologies about the dogs. Kobe Hartung on a rip-roaring move. Moving forward, half second now to Strickland. 20 laps into this session as Kobe Hartung drives a little FedEx 23 machine. Want to know what your favorite drivers are driving? Well, this is what they've got going on. Strickland in a Chevy, Hartung in a Chevy. First Toyota is going to be Dudley. Ford for John Ross there in the 99. Nathan Biggert in a Toyota. Chevys throughout. Stefan Salas is going to be in a Toyota now. There's he's one of the 31 Ford machine. Grava would have been in the race. He'd have been driving a Ford. But, he's out there RCing. The last lap times for the drivers scrolled across the top of your screen. Dudley, thank you, sir. Appreciate you as always. Strickland still out front, trying to make some things happen. Trying to hold that pace. Colby Hartung doing a great job of finding that little bit of late race pace here. And you'll see that corner exit right there. He's going to gain a ton of momentum. Down to turn 1, 88 taking a natural line down. You watch the line kind of spread itself out. Look overhead on the exit here for the 23. He's going to get up near the wall, pull the draft of the 88. Draft very important here And the 88 doing a great job of not trying to overdrive the corner. All right, back at it. And let's move some things around. 24-135. Hartung to the inside. Striker defending. Good battle for the lead here. Strickland works that second lane, able to defend. Colby Hartung drops from the corner side by side now as Hartung goes to it. Again, stage is important here for Strickland. He needs the stage points, but Hartung going to battle on the bottom side. Striker will have a run on the high side. Look at up near that wall. Watch the speed he gets on corner exit here. Hartung trying to pull the draft. Going to have that drop of the corner. I think Strickland's doing exactly what he needs to do, especially when it comes to the stage points. He needs those stage points to be able to close down any of the distance to the aid of Cam Dario here. Colby Hartung in second. Striker down to the bottom. 25 laps in as they come around to complete it. Corner exit. Hartung backing off the corner. Try to work on it quite as much as he did, but really make it work. Nathan Alul going back at it now. Is going to be there to the bottom side. Alul saved a lot of tire here and has turned it on towards the end of this one. 77 sees the 7 behind him. Caffrey a little free. 7 gets to the back bumper of the 77 here. He's got to remember, you can't really drop into the corner here. You almost have to drive downhill into the corner. 77 way up the race line. Corner exit. It's going to be fine. 7 to the inside. Side draft is in effect here on this racetrack. 27-135. A reminder, they don't stop for the stages. Nathan Lowell trying to gain a little extra points here. Dudley's going to be in third. Colby Hartung having to go back to work now on corner exit. John Ross in the pole. Cam Dario in 7. Marco Dell up 7. That's another driver who needs a win here and has long run race pace. Needs a win for the championship. He can get himself around. If he can win this race, he's going to upset some drivers here. That's the way it goes. So does Caffrey. Caffrey needs a race win here. Striker at the race line. Colby Hartung digging out of the corner. Strickland, Hartung, Dudley, Alul, Caffrey will be your top 5. Ross, Dario, Burke, Biggert, and Odell will be your top 10. So far, 2 laps to go before the end of the stage. You're going to come around and complete lap 30 to be able to make that stage work. Jeremiah Burke inside the top 10, going around the bottom side of Nathan Biggert. Biggert up on the high side, trying to get a run off the corner. 73 trying to slide up. 19 still with a head of steam on the outside. Back straightaway. Very busy for the drivers. These cars are going to migrate to the top lane over the course of the race line. 19, 73, 9 to the back bumper. 9 getting into the mix here. Mark Odell, long run race pace. 1796 on the I rating. Striker to the high side. Hartung to the bottom. Dudley under fire as well. 30-135. Stage ends on this lap. And then it's all about when they're going to come to pit road. They're going to get about 38 to 45 laps of fuel comfortably with the tire set that they have. They're going to get more than that, according to the NASCAR telemetry. But Striker gets his stage win here, and a great job by Strickland for holding out, so that's going to be one of them. It's one of those playoff points he needs, plus some stage points. Strickland, Hartung, Alul, Dudley, Caffrey, Ross, Dario, Biggert, Odell, Retchen. That's going to be your top 10. Here's my Burt going to the back here. Ooh, he blinks for me. Good looking run. Sammy donating $20 for the super chat. Love it, man. Commando. Sammy TV, thank you, sir. Number one BS guy. I like it. I like it. Thank you for the $20 super chat out there on the old YouTube platform. Much love. Ford's where it's at. I like it. Is this my league or am I just televising for it? I am just televising for it. That's all that I'm doing. Thank you for the super chat. Hey, but believe it or not, it's my first super chat. Never had a super chat on the platform out there. Thank you. Appreciate you. I always do a great job. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. I try to do what I can. You know. I mean. Striker about to be under fire again. Nathan Lewell picks up third now over Robert Dudley. Dudley back to fourth. Caffrey still in tow. There's some tight racing, a little pack racing back here. This little four pack going on back here. There's John Ross up 9. He's still your biggest mover of the race. Waiting to see. Where's John Hammond? He is closing down a little bit. 18.5 off. He's closing down on Philip Caffrey. Philip Caffrey to Jason Day. Jason Day has a little bit of left front nose damage, and the front portion of that quarter panel is lifted up. Colby Hartung to the bottom side, still trying to work on Strickland here. Strickland back to the lead. Bang oh bang. Big Commandos 511. Thank you, sir. If you haven't, if you don't know who the Commandos are, well, it's a new. That's the man. That's the legend, right? That's who it is. Bad Intentions, new organization I'm a part of when it comes to Star Citizens. Folks, if you didn't know, Star Citizen just updated to 319.1 yesterday, and I've been having some fun with some new people that I've met. Also with some of the regulars that we play with as well. Jay's one of them. He's absolutely fantastic. Having an issue. He's coming to pit road. I think he stopped. I don't think he had an issue. I think he was coming to pit lane. Take a look here. I think he was just trying to brake to pit road. Corner exit. He was. It just locks up the brakes to come to pit road. Ooh, nice job. Good save. Just fine. Be just fine. Caution comes out. He'll be able to get back on the lead lap. Right now, Caffrey has Ross giving him a little bit of a bump to the bottom side. John Ross to the 99. First Ford in the mix. Actually, only Ford in the mix. Give it a big old dig out there. Strickland, Hartung, still side by side. Strickland able to do it. Love it. Thank you again. Another $20 super chat out there on YouTube. Appreciate you, my man. Strickland still able to utilize the high side here. Colby taking a lesson from his own workings here. Now the 7 of Nathan Alul still trying to work on getting back up in the race as well. 39 of 135. Another, I can't say it. I can say BS, but I can't say the other one. I stream, folks. I'm streaming for the leagues, and a lot more different than my own channel. Not my own channel, my own personal streams. Whenever I get a little rowdier. Jason Day into pit road here. Going to be a taker early. 40 of 135 being completed. Our tongue. It's Nathan Alul right there with him. I'm surprised to see Nathan run on the bottom side for so long. 7 goes to the outside. The drive off for Nathan Alul. Kind of want to see what he's got going on here. Here's your dashboard. Right side of your screen, what gear he is in, what he's doing. 4th gear on the bottom side. Going to take over second. Still holding on to 4th gear. Did not upshift that entire time. And now it's catching Michael Strickland. We're heading to Monroe for a race. That's awesome. I hope her race goes well. That's for darn sure. Not used to seeing drivers just be on 4th gear on the 1.5 mile raceways here. This gear for Strickland is Nathan Alul back to 2nd. Gotta want to listen in on what the car's doing here. Now upshifts. First time I've seen him upshift. Strickland having to go back at it again. Thank you, my dear. I appreciate you. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for everybody being out there. You're all amazing. Thank you for the likes as well. Much love to you on the old YouTube platform. Thank you to all the folks out there on Facebook as well. Much love to you. And Kick. Yelling, kicking butt. Alul to the lead. Caffrey comes to pit lane. The 7 utilizing 4th gear all the way here. Strickland 5th gear on the high side. Colby Hartung back to the bottom side. Hartung on the inside. These guys are shifting. Nathan Alul somehow, some ways, utilizing 4th gear in a way I've never seen. Now he's going to start pulling away. 4th gear, clean air. 4th gear, 172, 174. Does not upshift. What is... I'm going to go back into his cockpit here. It's not showing me his oil or water temperature, so I can't tell you what that's going to be. That's a good way to blow your engine. Hartung gets around Stryker on the bottom side here once again. The slide up in front of the 88. So now Hartung, 88, Nathan Alul. Different race line. Hartung having to go back to work. Nathan Alul's in 4th gear. That's all that he's using. 46 of 135. They're going to do it. I'm going to take a hydrate break. Be right back with you in just a moment. Let these drivers had it, battle for the lead, leveling out. mandated green flag pit stops are already in effect. Drivers who have yet to come to pit lane, all the way to, well, Leroy here at 42 and 7. 7 cars still yet to hit pit lane. First of the takers inside the top 10 is going to be Michael Caffrey here. He came in on lap 43. Colby Hartung came in on lap 50. Right, Brian Rayburn came in on 34. Jason Day in on 39. Stefan Salas out of there. Dudley's going to be... Oh, Dudley's got some right side damage here. No caution. It's tough to get a caution at this racetrack because of how big the front and the back stretch are. You wreck to the inside of the racing surface, and it's kind of difficult to get yourself back around. Nathan Alul coming around 57 to 135. Still driving. I think he's still driving his took us off here. Fourth position, John Ross in second, 4.3 back. Stryker is going to be in third here. So thank you to everybody out there. You're all amazing. I appreciate you. I had to step back and take a moment and take my dog outside, get something to drink. It is one of those things. Kind of happens in the middle of every race. I try to avoid it. She's old. 58 of 135. Nathan Alul still driving around in fourth gear here, doing just that. Mark Odell to second here up 15. He's your biggest mover right now as we speak. Odell gets around the outside of Ross. Mark Odell runs fourth gear into the corners as well. Doing well here. Now just needs to find some more pace. Went from the back to the field forward. And is closing in on Nathan Alul. Fastest lap of the race just ran by Colby Hartung. 33.79. And Nathan's figured something out here. Able to run the bottom side and carrying only fourth gear. No draft in front of him. 172, 173. I remember the Gen 6 car had only 4 gears, and something to be spoke of. And right now, Nathan Alul comes around. It's going to take stage number 2, and now it is a race to the finish. 74 laps to go. This next time by. And good race so far. Very, 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 very calm race. Brian Rayburn, first driver off the lead lap. Nathan Biggert looking for his lucky dog spot. Good little, well, good time. It's a good time. Asking my community, do you like stage racing? Yes or no? Give me an opinion. Do you like to stop for the stages, or do you like to have a continuous race? Strickland to pit road. Came in first of the takers inside the top 5. Is going to be pitting from fourth here. Cam Dario finds himself in third. Cam rolling a gear behind him. About 10 seconds off the pace. John Ross closing in as well. A little bit of time, but I don't know. It's just you're still kind of finding the fall off here. Nathan Alul's not changed hardly any gear here. He's running fourth gear all the way around. Bring back the stage brakes. That's out there on the old YouTube platform, folks. I will. Very cool, says Dean. Much love, sir. Put up on the old Facebook platform as well. I wish I had one option to throw. You know what I mean? One option to do it. 65 laps. They're going to run this thing out of fuel, or at least they're going to try to run it out of fuel. No questions asked. 19 gets around the 7. Nathan Alul going for the long haul here. Going to try to split this stage into 2. Right now, a lot of drivers playing catch-up here. Some of the drivers going to split it into thirds, which I can see working, like Caffrey. Caffrey come around. He'll probably come in somewhere around the 90 mark. Be able to make that work for himself. He's in third. John Ross still working on it. Colby Hartung closing into Michael Caffrey here. Caffrey would have taken over the lead. Not doing so. Nathan Alul onto the straightaway. John Ross to pit road. This is the magic number for Nathan Alul. In fourth gear the entire. I don't understand how he's got that much fuel. He's been running fourth gear the entire time. That's insane to think. He's going to try to make it a one pit stop race. Coming hard time. Going to come around a cycle for the lead here. Nathan Alul will have about 17 lap pressure tires in the field, or the majority of the field. Mark Odell came it on 61. Stryker came it on 62s. John Ross came it on 66. We'll see how this cycles out as we continue to go. He's been running in fourth gear for the majority of the race. That's what I was saying about it. I mean, he went from being back 4.5 seconds to ahead by 7, but running fourth gear, in fourth gear with 87, with the way that the track temperature, the slow corners. Homestead has slower corners than a lot of the tracks. However, when you're running on the bottom side, sliding up the race line, fourth gear just doesn't seem natural. You know what I mean? Doesn't seem natural for the car. Not knocking it because I'm not the one who's out there. I can't do it. So he's in fifth gear now. We'll see what lap he switches over to his gear 4 scenario. What one I notice at least. I'd be more worried about overheating the engine. I mean, track temperature, regardless of it falling down now, would be the same situation. Speaking of which, weather, right there, air temperature 91, track temperature 139. That's more than enough to cook the engine. John Ross, fastest lap of the race, 33.78. Hartung out front, Caffrey by 2 seconds. Nobody likes the Ford, man. I mean, if you're a Ford fan in iRacing, you're a diehard Ford fan. That's what I'm saying. More Toyotas run than Fords in most cases, and Chevys are pretty much dominant. The paints on Chevys look really good. The Fords just sound. I would be a Ford fan if they sounded better. They did work on the. I know they did work on the engine model and the sound model. But if I go to the way a Chevy sounds and the way the Ford sounds, it just, at least they don't sound sick. They used to sound really, really awful. Toyota sound a little better now as well. Minorities. Let's go Chevy, says Wolf. There you go. See, Chevy, Ford, that's what you got. I should have asked, what's your favorite, Chevy or Ford? Minorities out there. Yeah, no, I wouldn't say they're minorities. I would say that Toyotas unload strong in NASCAR. Chevys polish it up. Fords are good at certain tracks. I think that the Ford camp needs a new engine. Something needs to change with NASCAR's Fords. You know what I mean? They should be winning more races than they are. Striker in 8th needs a win here. Really needs a win. There's Nathan Liu in front of him. 2.6, 2.7 back. Check on the dashboard of the driver. 5th gear still running. Maybe utilize 5th gear to save some fuel here. Came in on lap 67. The higher the gear, the higher the gear, the less fuel you burn. The more out of the throttle you are, the more you take, the less shifting that you do. Shifting heats up your gearbox and heats up your engine. Running in a higher gear burns more fuel. That's why I was shocked to see him be able to run 67, 68 laps. He's going to have to run 68 to finish the race, which he could do if it runs green. We're going to be 60 laps to go this time by. We're going to see a lot of drivers pitting around somewhere around the 100 mark. That's the way it's going to be looking. I do appreciate everybody. Toby Hartung out front. Michael Caffrey's going to be in second right now, and I'm going to throw it on exciting. I got to answer a question out here on the sidelines on my part. Pretty calm race. Hartung trying to hold on to it. 19-second difference now between he and the number 7, who's going to be trying to make up some of that pace, and it's a big number to make up. He's going to be able to close that down, though. We'll have to see how it works. Right back, folks. About these apples? 3 wide. 9 goes back. 7 to the outside. 49 to the bottom side. That's Robert Dudley trying to get back on track. Had some damage earlier. He had a great race car holding on. Nathan Lewell's going to be in third. Mark Odell came in on 61. Just need to kind of salvage some of the race line here. He's going to be right behind Dudley. Let's have a good race pace, and I'm shocked we haven't seen a caution on this racetrack. We did have issues earlier where a couple of drivers went off the bottom side of the race line, but you know these things do happen. Jason Day coming up pit lane on 83. He is locked in to the playoffs, to the final race, the championship race, which is going to be at Kansas Speedway next Friday night. It's going to be the last race of the Friday night series here for us here at Signature Esports. We should be doing some more gaming content across the platforms there. 86 of 135. Just about 50 laps to go. Derek, not streaming on Twitch. No, not streaming on Twitch. Kick.com. Appreciate the question out there. No, I stopped streaming on Twitch because of the multi-stream issues. You can't stream on Twitch with when you're streaming on Facebook and YouTube. So I decided not to. So I went to Kick. Appreciate you, Dirk. How you doing out there? No, Twitch said nah. So, you know, made my change. I did it. I did what I needed to do, sir. It's what I was supposed to do. It's unfortunate, but you know. It is unfortunate. But I'm still on Facebook. I'm still on YouTube. YouTube has been really growing for us here as of late. Got a good following we have a great following on Facebook. Kick is just kind of restarting. You know, that's one of those things. It is one of those things. I'm sad to see Twitch go. I mean, we had a good following over on Twitch. I'm sad to see it go. I'm sad to see them make the moves that they did. But, you know, it's, if I can't stream where I, they're literally making money out of people's hands. And that's probably the most frustrating thing about it. But, that's my opinion. That's, you know, I don't get into the politics of things, and I just have to deal. Hartung to Alul, 11.4 seconds. Hartung going to get the most laps led out of this one. Nathan Lewell in second. Nathan Biggert 1 second back. Got to hold on to the back bumper of the 7 car. Came in on 52. We'll still have to look at pit lane at some point. Some of these drivers may come in and be able to catch Nathan Lewell. Now, Colby Hartung went from being a lap down to Nathan Lewell when and he was about 14 seconds off. I take that back. I'm sorry. He was 18 seconds away from catching Nathan Lewell when Nathan Lewell finally came to pit road. And that's a 17-lap difference there. So that's, I think Day has problems. That's okay. He's locked in. That's what I was talking. He's got some right side damage. That's okay. He's locked in. He doesn't have to worry about it. Does not have to worry about it. Mark Odell is the driver that has to worry about it. Nathan Biggert has to worry about it. Strickland has to worry about it. Because Cam Dario is right behind him. 91 of 135. Yep, Jason Day locked into the playoffs. He got a win last week. I think it was last week. Pretty sure it was last week. So he is locked in. He and Nathan Lewell are both locked in. Lewell's locked in on points. Retchin comes to pit road. The first of the takers here. Should be able to make it 43 laps, no problem. He takes tires and fuel. He'll come in. Kobe Hartung puts him a lap down. Mark could use a good stint here. Cam Dario keeping Striker close. Means that Cam Dario, within the stages, might be able to... Cam's just got to... I think Cam still needs to finish in front of Striker, just based on the stage points and the way that we saw things kind of play out. I do wish that we had a live points updater when it came to SDK. I think that's probably the one thing they're missing. And a playoff. I can tell you what the points could be, but unless you actually have the software to actually put the points into it, it doesn't really work that way. All right, Colby Hartung. 10.5 seconds to Nathan Alul. Biggert comes to pit lane. Going to go ahead and cover to take fuel. He's going to do it now. I think he's doing the math on the tires here. And the fuel says, you know what? I'm going to come do it. This thing's going to run green. Is he going to be able to catch him? Colby Hartung to pit road. Nathan Alul coming in. Coming around. 10.5 seconds. Meta Road, give us a like and a share. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you very much. YouTube, Facebook, kick.com/signature esports. Alul taking over the lead. John Ross is going to be able to make that P2 spot look pretty darn interesting. Going to see how it goes, though. Striker comes to pit lane. Cam Dario keeping on 63. Is going to have to save the most fuel out of all the drivers here. Caffrey keeping on 79. Will be able to make it on fuel. He is in a similar boat to Nathan Alul. Jeremiah Birkin on 67. We're looking at it. Colby Hartung. Fuel and tires going to leave pit lane here. Ryan Rayburn will be able to take it. Nathan Alul still trying to play catch-up. Gets into 1 and 2. He's going to try to put a couple of drivers a lap down. Hartung 31.3 in front of him. Long way to go around this racetrack. 3 sets of tires total, sir. That's it. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. Little championship racing going on here. So Nathan Alul out front. John Ross 5.5 back. 19 going to work around. 19 of Nathan Biggert. Odell Retchin, both of those drivers. A lap down as well. 35 was the last lap. 35 flat for Nathan Alul. 0.2 of a second faster than John Ross and Cam Dario. Caffrey, half second faster here than the drivers in front of him. This is where it's going to level out. Colby Hartung came in and took his pit stop. Came out 6th. He started 6th. Hartung already closed in 31.3. Striker in and out of pit road. Cam Dario in 3rd right now. That's some great separation between he and Strickland. He's as many spots away as he really needs to be. That's 9 spots. It's 9 position points that you're going to be looking at here. Alul, Ross, Dario, Caffrey, Burke. Colby Hartung cruises with a 33.63, fastest lap of the race. Best time, left side of your screen, folks. That's what your favorite drivers ran. That's the fastest laps they have ran. Hartung just took the 33.69 that John Ross threw out and said, nope, I got you. There's Jeremiah Burke inside the top 5, up 11. Biggest mover of the race is John Ross, up 13. Leroy, though. Mr. Leroy. I'm not going to say it. 42 is up 10. And he came in on lap 66. That's enough. Cam Dario coming up pit road. I think he was just going to be a little shy on fuel there. So an opportunity. 35 laps to go in today's race. This next time by Nathan Alul. Oh, John Hammond having an issue on the front straightaway. Let's take a look here. John may have just gotten free. Oh, wait. No, he was coming down to pit lane. Oh, he locks him up. Oh, it was trying to come to pit lane. That's what I mean by turn 4. That pit lane sucks. It sucks bad. It's awful. I'm saying that with as much tact as possible. Oh, let's see. 6 seconds the difference. Colby Hartung is what he has just closed down to Nathan Alul. Right now he is 33.80, 35.49 was the last lap. Let's take a look here. That's 1.7 seconds faster per lap. He only has to close in 23 seconds. He could maintain the pace. Be just fine. John Ross is closing in. He's a little bit faster this last time by about 0.5 of a second. And then finally able to get to pit lane here, and that's unfortunate for the driver. Normally we see a 45-lap stop for most of the drivers that run this, but hey, you know what? Nathan Lewell said, I'm going to make it on one pit stop. Late race caution comes out. He's going to have that extra set of tires. But a lot of these drivers who just came in for their second top on, knowing that, there's a good chance they're going to have to worry about fuel anyway. Come in, split this thing into threes, prove me right. It's awful. We've all hit that wall. Are you kidding me? Let's stay here. Pit lane 2. Is it 2? Pit lane. Pit lane. Here, let's go to Fred real quick. I'm going to take you on a trip real quick while these drivers going around. Alul, Ross, Caffrey, Hartung, Burke. Here's a look. See this wall over here? Right, yeah, folks. They have to come off of that corner right there. And they have to drop down to pit road speed limit, which is, I believe, 45 miles an hour here at Homestead. And there's Dudley. Dudley actually utilizing the service entrance right there to come to pit lane. And, we're going to travel with him here. He's going to travel this long stint, get himself around here, and then find his way to pit lane. It's, and that's exactly right. And it's twice that Hammond has gone down to that transition to come to pit lane. And then he's going to stop right here and get his pit stop. That's the hardest part. You get the drop in, makes it work. Donnie, thank you very much. I appreciate the like, man. How are you doing, sir? Nathan Lewell, John Ross, Caffrey, Kobe Hartung. Hartung closing in 15.7 seconds, just under 28 laps to go with Nathan Lewell on the back straightaway. Here's a look. Here's the blimp view. That's how big this track is. But if we go to the chopper view here, there's Nathan Lewell. He's coming around. I think this is turn 3 for him, or turn 4 for him onto the back straightaway, if I'm not mistaken. Or onto the front straightaway, let me say that correctly. And Colby Hartung is actually in turn 3 right now. 14.7 seconds the difference. Caffrey, 12.8 in closing. John Ross losing a little bit of ground that last time, but he has started to gain here on the course of the race line. Strickland lap down, still trying to close in. John Ross right in tow. 0.2 of a second difference. Caffrey, half a second faster still than Nathan Alul each lap. That's a good thing for Mr. Caffrey. He's got about 12 lap fresher tires than Nathan Alul, 13 lap fresher tires than John Ross. So a chance for Michael Caffrey here, even though he has an 0.8 of a second difference between he and Colby Hartung. He can get some really good points here. He needs the win. Definitely needs the win. John Ross closing. Nathan Lewell trying to step up his game here. 35.29. Still Caffrey, half-second faster. Colby Hartung, 1.09 seconds faster than Nathan Lewell. Next time by, 25 laps to go for Nathan Lewell as he comes down to the back straightaway. And that is the quietest camera that we have. Wow. It was so quiet. That was so quiet. Here you go. Man, even the static cams are quiet. That's not. Two cameras not. Track Racer, redefine your gaming at Track Racer. Hit the link in the description to help out this league and what they do. Ross still flirting with the 6.7 second mark. Hartung solid in third, 10.5 seconds left to go. He's going to need every stinking lap here to be able to do it. He's a second faster than Nathan Lewell each lap. It's 24 laps to try to close in, 10.5 down the back straightaway. 10.2, 10.3 in closing. Nathan Lewell, 35.57 his last time, 34.57 for Colby Hartung. We'll see this time by these drivers going to be able to do. Colby Hartung just driving a line into the corner a little better. Each lap, 9.7. I wondered if anybody was going to be able to catch him. I talked about it earlier. Nathan Lewell utilizing one pit stop here. There's a possibility with the driver, there's enough laps here that Nathan Lewell quite possibly could have bitten off more than he could chew. Mark Odell, 26 back, not going to be able to do it, but Colby Hartung came in at the right time. Mark Odell doing a great job all race long. Not quite your biggest mover of the race, but has an opportunity to be that. 22 laps to go. Hartung to John Ross in tow very quickly. Closing in a second here. Here's your dashboard. All right, your battle box. Hartung behind. Top three car. I think he's still got a top three car, but I think Caffrey is still faster right now. He's about 7/10 of a second faster. Sorry, 6/10 of a second faster this last time by. 1/8 of a second the lap before to John Ross. So 3.6 in closing. Hartung is going to go around. And he's 6.8 seconds from trying to take over the lead from Nathan Lewell. John can get in tow here, though, and try to make it work. Half second. Colby Hartung just pulling away. Caffrey coming. Caffrey coming to pit road. John Hammond's going to be in that 13th spot. That Best of the Rest championship's going to be making some ground up as well. 99 getting some love, but I tell you what, Caffrey's closing in. Caffrey's also closing in on Nathan Lewell here. Still trying to get little bits here out of the rest of the race, and a great job by Michael Caffrey to get himself some extra points for the tail end of this one. If he doesn't make the final four, well, he put up a heck of a try trying to do so all race long. Perth, Australia. Ross is faster than Nathan Lewell as well. I mean, he's edging it out just a little bit each and every lap. Ooh, 99 to the bottom side. Let's driver go there. I don't know who that was. It was a little... Well, it was John Hammond of the 75. Lets him go. He was way... 99 went off the racing surface there. Now, Caffrey is going to have an opportunity. Michael Caffrey, 1.5 in closing. 5 seconds the difference. 18 laps to go between Hartung and Alul. 4.4 in closing. Nathan Alul ran a 35.59. Hartung 34.69. Here's the last 5 lap times, middle of your screen. Nathan Alul to Colby Hartung. An average of about a second. 35.28 for Nathan Alul on the last lap. Try to stretch himself a little bit. So only a half second this last time. 17 laps to go. Nathan having to make sure that he saves enough fuel to make it to the end. So maybe try to push it a little bit harder now. I mean, 17 laps to go. You can make it a little bit more difficult for these drivers. Colby Hartung does have 27 lap fresher tires. I mean, that's part of the game here. The fall off is going to be about exactly what it is, but Colby just able to run. That's all he needs to do. He doesn't have to worry about fuel, doesn't have to worry about the race strategy. Half second the better this time. 3.5 back, 3.6 getting into the corner, 7 to the bottom side. Keep an eye on the relative. And on the bottom right of your screen, battle box coming up from Colby Hartung. 23 coming to pit road and taking tires. Yeah, and that's what I was talking about with Nathan Alul. I know that I knew what he was trying to do there and make this a one pit stop race, but it might work out for second. Bobby, give me a big old thumbs up. Thank you, Bobby. Appreciate you. 2.9 in closing, 15 laps to go. Stryker back inside the top 8 as well. That's a big number. Cam Dario closing him down, though. Just like that, slams the door. Cam Dario needs as many spots ahead of him as he can. These two battling for championships. And I tell you what, thank you for the share, sir. Appreciate you. That's what I'm talking about. That's my favorite thing. Fuel strategy races are my favorite races. 8 to the bottom side. Cam Dario, Michael Strickland duking it out for their own cutoff points. 88 to the outside, 8 to the bottom side. They're going to be duking it out for a championship race tomorrow. 93, 98, 88, and the 8. All duking it out for the final 4 spots for the championship race for the Xfinity Series tomorrow. And these two are duking it out, man. Stryker putting on a race. Nathan Biggert trying to make sure that he has enough points. He's ahead of these drivers as well. Stryker trying to do it and will that car forward. Came out on 94. Cam Dario came out on 99. Cam still utilizing the bottom side of the racetrack. I'm surprised he hasn't tried to push it up to the high side. 1.5 in closing. 3 laps to go. Colby Hartung trying to close down to Nathan Alul. Ross 8.5 back. Caffrey closing in on John Ross. 0.6 of a second. Michael Caffrey trying to dig. The Australian trying to have a top 3 night, close out the tail end of this season. The championship race ready to go. 1 second the distance for Colby Hartung. 12 laps to go as they dig around the back straightaway. 0.8 of a second difference. John Ross in third. Nathan Alul's been trying to get a 7th win for the 7 car all season long, and drivers have been putting a hurting on him. 0.5 second the distance. Colby Hartung. Turn 1, down to the bottom. Brian Rayburn in front of the 7. 7's going to work the high side here, and I watched the 7 try to defend this turn. 3/10 of a second. Quarter is going to be down. Quarter, 2 car lengths down into the back straightaway. Turn 3, quarter second difference. To the high side, the 23 drops in to the bottom. Downhill approach, second lane rolling. Nathan Alul still trying to dig. 11 and make it 10 this time by. Brian Rayburn, the draft partner for the 23 at the current moment. Hartung to the lead. 7 back to the outside. 7 trying to dig into the corner. 74 in the race line. 74 trying to give it up. 23 is going to take over the lead. Now here's the other part. Here's the other race. That's the race for the lead. That is done. Hartung digging. Cam Dario to the bottom side. 88 way up the race line. This is what Stryker's been doing very well all race long. Able to defend the high side. Especially on newer tires. This is what equalizes his race line, and I just wish he was able to do it a little bit more. 8 might be able to slide up here. Going to have to. 8 to the 88. Cam Dario clears. It's going to be cleared down the back straightaway. Just the 5-lap newer tires over the course of the race line. The Stryker having to run near the wall. Holds on to it. Cam up to 7th. How about Michael Caffrey? 0.2 of a second difference. Philip Caffrey to the bottom side. Philip Caffrey coming to the mix. He's got new tires. That's the brother. 9 laps to go. This is the battle for 3rd. 77-61. 3 wide. 77-61. 61 up the race line. Trying to stay out of the bottom. 99 in tow. Big burst of steam for the 77. He takes over 3rd. What a race by Caffrey. Doing a great job all the way loose and free off corner. Is going to be able to pull that off. John Ross doing what he can there. And I just think the newer tires on that regard with 13-lap pressure tires for Caffrey, that was what was going to hold off John Ross. Now, a little help from Philip Caffrey, the brother of Michael Caffrey in the 61, kind of helped that situation a little bit as well. So big cheers to the 61. And they're settled in. How about Nathan Alul? Can he dig back 1.5? I don't think he's got it. And I don't think there's enough laps left just yet. How about Mark O'Dell? Can he pick up 3.8 seconds over the next 7 laps? 94 is the lap he came in. Nathan Biggert 1.2 back. 42 still out of the mix. That's Leroy inside the top 12. 19 to the bottom side. Got to close down to Mark O'Dell. 19 to the 9. 9 up 12. Mark O'Dell would be your biggest mover of the race this week. Robert's not in today's race. So we can't call it the Robert's Award if I would say so. .1 the distance between O'Dell and Biggert, but 2.8 between John Ross and Mark O'Dell. Caffrey, 0.8 of a second difference. He had gained it about 1.4 to the 99. Now has lost some of that race pace. Just needs to take it easy, I think, here, and might be able to extend, take care of the tires. I know that he was there trying to run a different line, kind of race himself out. Now he extends 0.9 of a second, but John Ross battling back here. 4 to go. Kobe Hartung out front, 2.5. And I talked about it earlier. Is this going to be a one-stop race, or is it going to be a two-stop race? Kobe Hartung showing a two-stop race out of this, pulling the lead from Nathan Alul. So Nathan's going to have to go all the way to the championship race to try to get a 7th win on the season and try to cap it off with a championship. Reminder that he doesn't have to win the race to win the championship. He just has to finish ahead of the other 4 drivers, or the other 3 drivers he's going to be competing against. Still a race to just kind of, I mean, what a finish. What an end to this one. We're not done yet. 3 laps to go. That's a lot of racing. Stryker still trying to tow in Cam Dario. Cam to the bottom side. Stryker still running the high side. Look at the run that Stryker's going to get here. This is insane. That high side does so well, and it's my favorite part to run on this racetrack. You just feel like you can do so much on this race line. Had to burp the throttle into the wall. No wall. I heard it. I heard the wall. 2 laps to go. That's what I'm talking about, the Larson line. is well known to be that line. He loves that high line. Crazy, right? Crazy. Odell, 0.3 of a second difference here. Caffrey needs this lap. He's got 1.2, 1.8 to Odell behind him, a second behind him. So Caffrey needing to hold on. Kobe Hartung takes the white flag here. Final lap here at Homestead, Miami Speedway. And outsmarts the 7 this time. The 7's just fast everywhere he goes. So the Frenchman will come home second without any issue, I would say. Kobe Hartung's going to get the victory here. Go down on the top. The battle that I want to look at, because the race isn't over yet. That's that winner for Kobe Hartung. Nathan Lewell's going to finish second. Caffrey, can he do it on the straightaway? He's got to hold off Odell, who is right behind him. He's going to take home third. Nice job to Michael Caffrey here as the drivers finish up. Kobe Hartung giving himself a good look here. And a good end to the race. Kobe Hartung digs in, full sends. And really into the race there. That was a good race. That was a really good race. Let's bounce this one up because it's going to give us the actual tune here. Let's take the camera down and talk to the guy. Kobe Hartung, Michael Caffrey doing themselves some justice. Caffrey had a great end to the race there. He really did. Well, my 3 sons action right there. I love it. I love it. I love it. Are they going to burn it out? Are they going to do it? Are they going to do it? Are they going to do it?
Burnout galore.
To be able to celebrate in style, try not to burn the car up too much, right? Great race. Love to see it. That's for darn sure. And a way to celebrate. Let's take a look at your race results here, folks, before we get on to it. That's your qualifying. Tell you what, Caffrey rebounds from the earlier portion of that race, and he's your pole sitter, but does a great job here. Kobe Hartung is going to be a race winner. Nathan Lewell second. Michael Caffrey third. Odell, Biggert, Ross, Dario, Strickland, Retchen, and Rayburn. That'll be your top 10. Burke, Collins, Hammond. There's that blown engine. John Hammond. Philip Caffrey at 14th. Stefan finishes 15th. Jason Day, Dudley, Isaac Balsamo, your 18 drivers in the field. Jessica Hava was your admin. Did a great job. Fuego Paints giving you your finishing stop there. Check them out on, everywhere. Love to see it. Love to see it. My3-sons.com. Got one more race left to go here next week for the championship, and you most definitely want to see her. Got to go up and talk to her. Tacoma, Washington. She's absolutely amazing. All her information's in the description on Facebook and YouTube. And hopefully I can get the chance. If you are available next week, my dear, I would love to have you on here if you're still out there watching. It was a great race. Love to have you on here to talk to you. Let's talk to your race winner, though, Mr. Kobe Hartung. Getting it done here at Homestead Miami Speedway. I tell you what, man, you proved me right that this was a multiple pit stop race, but you did so with knowing that Nathan was gonna try to make this on one pit stop. What did you need to do? When did you make that decision? Because when you came to pit road, you were about 2 or 3 laps short.
I don't know if you realized it, but I pitted
the exact same laps I did last week at Xfinity to the T. This was all a formulated plan. I knew this would work, and I thought everyone else did too. But they let me do it again. They let me pit before stage 2 like last time, and I just took off from there, and it was all smooth sailing. I just saved my tires and kept it clean till the end. It wasn't much to it. I didn't have the fastest car, I don't think. I think that was more
You
like
did.
Stryker and Nathan. I did?
Yep.
Oh, well, Nathan seemed faster when we had fresher tires, so.
Nathan was running fourth gear the entire time. I take that back.
Really?
After about 15 to 17 laps, he was running fourth gear the entire time.
Oh, wow. I know at the end, like I just talked to him, he was saving fuel like hell.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, I was able to let it loose, and you probably saw me get like 5 fastest laps in a row or something like that. I was letting it rip on the bottom there. I mean, I couldn't get the wall figured out. I want to go back to that beginning battle and shout out Stryker. Oh
Yeah.
my God. I could not get by him.
He ran that line all race long, and it was such a good lane. Such a good lane for him. It really
He
was.
ripped the wall.
Yeah.
That was insane what he was doing up there.
It's the line that I would run around here, and it can be managed. I think everybody threw. I think Nathan threw everybody off when he was trying to stay out that long.
Yeah, well, it was really weird because it was loose off exit. So, but I don't know with Stryker's case if he burned off his tires up there or not, because it felt like I was saving good down low more than up high.
I don't know.
But,
I don't know. Homestead's finicky.
yeah.
That's exactly what I see out of Homestead. So, Colby, you're driving FedEx today, and we're gonna drive tomorrow for the Xfinity.
I don't know. I'll probably make another FedEx scheme. I work there, so I had to rep my job. So, I mean, yeah, have to rep where I'm working right now. They're paying me good. I'm running the night shift, which is allowing me to race these. So, yeah, everything's going well over there on that end.
Love to hear it, man. All right, my man. Give you shout outs. I'm toying around with the drone camera, going around your car and all kinds of stuff. So, I know you blew the engine, so you can't do it. But hey, I got a good little look at your of the burnout earlier. So, give you shout outs, man. Good race win, back to back Homesteads.
Shout out to Storm Racing. Actually, if y'all want, tune into Wesley Straight's YouTube. We are currently running the 6 hours of Watkins Glen right now, and we are about 4 hours in. I came out of the car right before this race started, and we were in P1. We just had a little incident, but now we're running P2, crawling back. I should be back in the car for the last hour, but I think we got Pat Green in there right now with Andrew Duffield next. So it's a good lineup of cars. And, if you want to, tune into Wesley's stream and come watch us race the rest of that.
I like it. And you know what's great about that is I actually thought about running that tomorrow. I really did.
Yeah, we're going for the sweep.
Are you? You're going to go for all 4?
Oh, no, I'm talking about this and the 6 hour. Today.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say they've got 4 6-hour races. I'm just saying they have a 24-hour total stint. So could be good. All right, Colby, be good, man. Good luck on your rest of your races, my friend.
Yes, sir. See you later.
That's the 23 comes home in victory lane, doing himself some justice. Talk to the 7 who ran this race on 1 pit stop. I wondered if it was gonna work. And if somebody wasn't going to try to do something different, and they did, but I mean, hey, you still finished second.
Yeah.
You still need your 7th win. Like you need your 7th. You've been chasing that 7th win for the number 7 this entire series.
Yeah, well, it was all about strategy today, and I think I was saving too much fuel at the end because I finished the race with, 1 or 2 gallons more. So I think I would have, I could have, you know, been better on the safe side, not saving so much and then,
Mhm.
can. But I think Colby was catching too fast. And yeah, two stop was the right call. It was the right call. I think one stop was too risky. Maybe a caution would have,
Oh,
shaking
that'd changed
things up.
everything. You'd have had
Yeah,
tires. You'd have been just fine, sir.
yeah, but
That's what I was saying that in the middle of the race. I was like, he needs a caution right now to be able to like really showcase the speed, because I mean you were saving a lot. And I was watching your fourth gear approach, and I was like, hopefully he doesn't burn up his engine. I had a lot of concerns with your drive line today. I'm glad that you always proved me wrong, because that's awesome. Because then I get to learn a little bit more about your driving style, because I mean driving fourth gear on this racetrack at 139 degrees Fahrenheit, that's hot. And that
yeah.
could blow these engines, and it's good to see iRacing letting you guys have a tough race car today.
Yeah, I was practicing long runs, during the week. So I, I thought about about that, but yeah, it didn't blow up anything. So yeah, that's fine. I think when with the engine mapping right now, it's much better to shifting to fourth. But yeah, give me lots of traction, on
Mhm.
later on.
And when you don't have any tire left, yeah, absolutely. I could see that working. All right, Nathan, B2 finish. I know you're going to go for the whole kit and caboodle next Saturday. Championship race is
Yeah,
going to be at my home track, Kansas Motor Speedway. So that's
that's cool,
see,
man. That's cool.
it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna
Why
be,
don't you race?
because I got to
Why
call
don't
your
you race
race.
it up?
I got to call it. I gotta
You
call
can call it.
somebody. I gotta call somebody a chance. Yeah, I can call it from me going upside down, inside out. Help me, Tom Cruise. Help me, Oprah Winfrey. No. No. I want to watch what happens next week. You guys are gonna be. It's gonna be a great race. There's nothing wrong with sitting back and just kind of letting y'all have at it. Nathan, congratulations on a P2 finish. I look forward to seeing what. I mean, it's a level playing field next week. Points don't matter. It's about where you finish. And
Yeah.
you're going to have 4 hungry drivers behind you. I don't even know who they are right now. I know they're going to work on it. So I know you're in it. I know Jason Day's in it. I think it's going to be Biggert and Cam
Bigart
Dario.
and
Yeah, I think it's Cam.
Cam.
I think it's Cam.
Oh my.
There was 8 points separating on the stages, and they both have wins. Striker
No,
has. Oh no!
so
Oh no!
Striker is
Striker
out.
got a stage. Well, he got a stage win. So I don't know. We're
Yeah.
gonna find out. I mean, 8 points could have been made up this race based off of stages. So we're gonna have to see. I'm waiting. I'm
All
waiting
right.
for the I'm waiting for the tally. That's we'll know. But my man, give you shout outs. I know you got family. It's
Yeah.
it's early in the morning where you're at.
Yeah, of course. That's gonna be wide next week. Yeah, I got to thanks all of you guys. Thanks, Jason, for the broadcast. Thanks to the sponsors and the crew at Chop Chop. Thanks to the racers today. Cautionless race. Impressive. And thanks to my family for their support. Thanks to my wife. And see you next week, guys, for the final.
Oh, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be amazing. Nathan, we'll see you next week, brother.
Thanks, man. See ya.
7 comes home, P2. Let's talk to this guy. We were rooting you on the entire time. My brother from across the big pond, Mr. Mike McCaffrey. How you doing, sir?
Hey Jason, how you going? It's really good. Feeling pretty good today. It's good to be up on the podium.
Tell you what, you got the pole position. I know you were going for a win. You needed a win. You really needed everybody to get out of your way.
Yeah.
I'm always rooting for you. Anytime I
Uh,
see you, I have that charge, and I see one. If you do well at qualifying, I know that you've got the card kind of dialed in for you. And today just looked like it was fun and comfortable, and you had the right tire strategy for yourself. You just needed Colby Hartung not to be there.
yeah, old Colby, yeah, always there, and Nathan up there as well. Yeah, but no, look, we right at the start, I sort of had a couple of little slides there at the start, probably cooked the tyres up a bit, so I had to drop back. But yeah, I mean, Striker and I were, we were drilling right at the start. We sort of took a bit of the edge off the tyres, and I guess because of that, I sort of came in the pits. I think I was around lap 40. I changed those tyres and just to try and crawl crawl back a little bit of that time, which did help me out, put back up, right up in the mix again, which was good. And then it was literally wait and see what everyone else does.
What was great about that is that it was the perfect strategy, because we saw some drivers try to make this a one pit stop race, sorry. And the drivers that made it a 2 pit stop race had an easier last third of the racetrack to be able to work with. What does it mean to, you didn't really fall into it. I think a lot of the drivers that were going to be out here were going to run a 2 pit stop race. When it comes to figuring out Homestead is it's a aggressive banking track. It's multi-grooved. It hates everybody equally. It'll chew you up and spit you out at turn 4, but at the same time, you talk about overcooking the tires. This car it seemed like for the most part, Iracing got it right this week, and it seemed a little bit more stable than what it usually would, because 139 degrees Fahrenheit is a spicy track temperature, and it stayed there pretty much the entire race.
Yeah, I just I don't know. I just have something for this track. Whether it's that the turn in or the drive out. That's what I was sort of mainly aiming. The drive out of the corners, make sure it was nice and smooth every time, rather than just trying to overheat those rears. And that's what I found was sort of working for me. And look, I knew after probably the second stint, I was after the second lot of tyres that I'm throwing on, that Colby probably he was going to push forward, but I was running my own race, and I was still hunting for that. I think I dropped back to about 12th or something like that, and I was still hunting for that one of those top positions. I knew you just never know what's going to happen in the race. So I just kept my head down and going for it.
One more lap, Mark Odell passes you. So Mark was coming. He was there. But you know what? The race ended right where it needed to, and you're up here talking to me, and he is not. My man, congratulations on the P3 finish. Congratulate your brother too. He did a great job helping you out there with the 99. I watched that. I was like, I wonder if he's gonna race him hard, if he's gonna get in the way and try to help. And I was like, there's something a little cheeky going on, but it's all good.
No, there was no team orders there. But after he went past, I said, "Mate, where was that one? A little tap on the rear, just slow him down or something, But no team orders. But it was actually a really good race. And look, I had my eye on Mark Odell and Nate. They were both like steaming, and I thought I knew it was going to be close.
They had about as many tire differences Colby and Nathan did, so it was good. It was good to see you guys get out there and run. My man, give you shout outs. P3 finish tonight.
Hey, thanks a lot, Jason. I guess first and foremost, my 3 sons, yourself, Jason, and Signature Esports for the broadcast, John and Striker for putting on the race itself, and all the admins for all the work they do. And also like to thank Colby and Nathan for the P1 and 2, and everyone else in the race. There were no cautions. Everyone, there were a couple of close calls, but everyone was able to keep the rubber down on the track.
You know what? I was actually hoping for a caution there for a little while. I wanted to stack everybody back up.
I thought they might have been. That's why I held off. I thought they might have been early, but no, yeah, it was good.
No, it was good. No, I like field strategy races, and today was one of those. So
Yeah,
like
it's
I'm
great.
I'm grinning from ear to ear. You can probably hear it in my voice. I'm
Yeah.
grinning. I'm grinning talking. That's exactly what's going on. Mike, my man, I know you got a race tomorrow. That's going to be a ton of fun to watch as well. Championship races coming up, and then Truck Series on Tuesday. I've been watching it. I've been catching your guys' Wednesday night after the fact because of work and all that stuff. I mean, kicking butt over there, trying to kick butt over there too. I know there's some fast drivers in the GT series that you have going on with Chop Shop. So my man, you know, I'm going to talk to you every once in a while here, but I'll miss you on Fridays and Saturdays.
Yeah, no, thanks. Thanks. It's awesome to get back up into the booth here with you. Jason, been too long. But hey, look, just love getting a seat in every series, you know, and putting a couple laps down. So it's a great, it's a Chop Shop's a great league to be in.
Yeah, you've got a ton of series, and they're working hard. They're working hard. Mike,
Yeah.
Thanks,
Jason.
Yeah, man.
Much appreciated, mate. See ya.
Always. Michael Caffrey comes home, P3. I love that dude. Love that dude. Amazing people. Thank you very much. Hey, Charles, thank you very much. I appreciate you. Thank everybody out there. Thank you for the super chats. I appreciate you as well. Thank you to everybody for being out there, kicking butt, taking names. We'll see you in the next one. Championship race tomorrow.